Well, welcome again, guys. It's day 3. Is March 18th, Wednesday, 2020. Today is class number 3, year 4, homework sheet 2. Now, this is probably going to be a long class because this worksheet is planned for 2 sessions. Okay, so and this is year 4, so I'm going to go a little slower than usual. Okay. First, let's have a look at the words. We have them there on the paper. And the first thing you're going to do, as always, is to read those words, say them out loud, cover them, write them, and check them. Okay, if you do it right the first time, you can continue with the next one. If you don't remember how to write it correctly, repeat again. Look, say, cover, write, and check. After you learn them and you have them correct in your notebook, you have to copy all these 20 words in your little word wall. Is the big double paper that I gave you and you glued in the back of your notebook a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so you should have now all the 20 words from worksheet number 1 and from worksheet number 2. In total, 40 words in your word wall. Okay, I'm going to read them and then we're going to talk about these words. Okay, so when I read in, please repeat after me. Came, tray, time, home. Column number 2. Made, agree, kite, told. Column number 3. Main, meal, hold, blue. Column number 4. Friday, deal, pie, cute. And column number 5 and last, shape, deeper, phone, used. Now let's talk phonics a little bit and why do we read these words the way we do. Okay, so I organize all these words into 3 categories, actually 4. The first one is words with a silent E. Okay, now when in English you have a word that ends on an E, normally it's going to be quiet, it's going to be silent. We're not going to say that sound. But what happens is that I say that the E goes and bothers the vowel that they have before and make it long. It makes them complain. So if there was no E, that would be shap, but it's not because we have an E. So the E goes and bothers the A and turns it into a long A sound. A. So it's like the E goes to bother the A, the A, and it turns A. A. Same with this one. Made. But I don't say the E. Here, when the E goes and bothers the I says I. Time, not Tim. Time. And the same with kite. And the same happens with the O. If we had no E at the end, it would be fun. But we have an E which bothers the O before, and the O says oh. Alright? So shape, made, time, kite, phone. Now, this one doesn't have an E at the end, so it should be told with a short O. But English is the language of exceptions, and this one is an exception, and the O is a long one. Normally, when you have 2 consonants after a vowel, the vowel is going to be short, but not in this case. Alright, so the next rule. When 2 vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. So as you can see, here we have a combination of 2 vowels together. So normally in English, when we have a combination like that, two vowels together, the first one does the talking, says its name, the name of the letter, okay, the long sound, and the second letter stays quiet. It's silent, okay? So the name of that letter will be I, so this word is pie. The name of this letter is A, so it's going to be tray. Same here, Friday. And same here, a main, okay? In this one, the name of the letter is E, the first letter. So the second one stays quiet, meal, meal. And the same here, deal. There's no A sound there, okay? Then we have a couple of words with a double E. A double E makes a long E sound, okay? So agree, deep. Now deep is, it's when you have a lot of water and you jump in the swimming pool, so that you don't hit your head on the bottom of the swimming pool. The water has to be deep. There has to be a lot of water so you can dive, so you can jump in the water. If it's not deep, if it's shallow, that's the opposite, like the song Shallow. If it's shallow, you would hit your head on the ground. That's not good. So we need a deep water in the swimming pool. And deeper is more, okay? So it's a comparative for deep, and we add er, deeper or deeper, and that those are the words. So now I'm going to explain a little bit what they mean, okay? The order is different here, but now that I have it on the whiteboard, you can go on your paper, and as I explain the meaning of each word, you look for it on your list and take some notes, okay? Shape. Well, shape is, this is a shape. A triangle is a shape. A circle is a shape. And a square is a shape too. You remember the song? Shape of you, the shape of a person, okay? Made is the past of make. Is the past of make. All right? It's an irregular verb. Time. What time is it? No problem with that one. Kite. Kite is something that you fly. To fly your kite. So that would be your kite. And we have another shape. A diamond. Okay? The phone, call me on my phone. And told is the past of the verb tell. When you tell something to someone, you say something to someone, you tell them something. You can tell them a story, you can tell them about your problems, you can tell them about your day. All right, in the bottom we have pie. Now pie is a synonym for cake. Okay, so you can make pies with fruit, apple pie. You can make pies with vegetables, like pumpkin pie. And you can make pies with meat, like chicken pie. All right, so pie is the same as cake. Then we have a tray. A tray is something that's, it's like a base, okay? For example, you're inviting people to have coffee. You need to put on your tray the cups of coffee, the sugar, and maybe the coffee pot, or a plate with some biscuits, with some cookies. Friday is one of the days of the week. You know, there's 7 days in the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we always write the days of the week with capital letters in English. Then we have main. Main means the most important, like the main character in a story, or the main problem that you can have right now, which is that we are all getting a little bored, okay? Meal is food, but in terms of breakfast is a meal, lunch is a meal, dinner is a meal, okay? So every time you sit at a table to eat something with your family and you take some time, that's a meal, okay? And deal is when sometimes you have an opinion, another person has a different opinion, but in the end you find some common ground. You find a middle ground and you understand each other, and then you shake hands and say deal, okay? So it's like a pact to make a deal, all right? Agree is a verb that says you are right, you're right, I agree with you, I agree with your opinion. And deep, I already explained that. Use, which is also a silent E, where though instead of being it's going to be use. The past is used, okay? So let's move on to the second activity. Now, you should already have done your look, cover, write, and check, and now we're moving on to the second activity. Let's read together the instructions. Mystery letter. In each set of words, the same letter is missing. What is the mystery letter? The letters you need are in the letter box, and these are the letters we have: M, U, R, L, and I, okay? On the first set of words, we need to put one letter, and it's always the same letter. On A, it's going to be the same letter. So how do I do it? I'm looking at my words in the word box on the top, my 20 words, and let's see which of these letters work with the words that I have. So I take the first letter and I try it on the first word. Frmday. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Tmim. Pami. That doesn't make sense. That's not gonna be the mystery letter. Let's try U. Friday. Tom. Pew. That doesn't look like the words we have. If I choose the R, the same thing. Friday. Trim. Nah, not that one. Let's try the L. Day. No, not that one either. So my last option is the I. Let's try the I. Friday, time, pie. Now my mystery letter is going to be I. So I check it that I have used it and I continue. Let's have a look at B. Home, main, came. Well, that looks about right. So my mystery letter 2 is M. All right? And you continue with the other ones with C, D, and E. Do the same thing. You cannot repeat the letters and you only have 3 left. So you do that part by yourself. Let's continue now with activity number 3. Let's read the instructions. ABC order. In your notebook, put the words in the word box in ABC order. The word box words are made, phone, kite, shape, main, came, meal, deeper, Friday, and cute. Now I need to look at the first letter in all the words and then to see which one is the first in the alphabet. So we know the alphabet, A, B, C, D, and all that. So which one is the first one? The S, not that one. M, the C is one of the first letters, so maybe it's came. Oh, we have 2. We have came and we have cute. So, and they share the same first letter. So now I go to the second letter. Now we have an A and we have an U. So which one would come first? Absolutely right. This would be first and this would be second. Okay? And you just continue. We're going to do one more. After A, B, C, D would be the next letter in the alphabet. Is there any D? There is a D right there. So this would be word number 3, and so on and so forth. Okay? And don't worry, we have a plastic over the tablet so we can easily erase everything. Okay? Now we're going to move on to activity number 4. Let's read activity number 4 and the instructions. It says present past. Copy the chart in your notebook and complete it with 3 more examples from the spelling words box. So we have in the present the word come, and in the past the word came. Is the same word, only one is the same verb, only one is in the present, and that is the form in the past. So if you remember when we were talking about our words this week, I said some of them are verbs, some of them are the form of the verb in the past, and so let's have a look at some of them. You have use and used. We talked about tell and told. We talked about make and made. Okay, and we also have the verb agree, which is a regular one. So you can put the 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Alright, activity number 5, editing. Discover the mistakes in the following sentences. Remember, we have the number of mistakes at the end of each sentence. Okay? The first sentence reads, Joe come to me home last Friday. Now, there's 3 mistakes. Is this sentence in the past, the present, or the future? Now, I have here last Friday, so that tells me it's a sentence in the past. So the verb has to be in the past. What did we say the past of come is? Came. So that's one mistake. Then we said that we need a capital letter for the days of the week. So that's mistake number 2, problem number 2. And Joe came to me home. Now, me should be my home, okay? Joe came to my home last Friday. We have that. Let's have a look at sentence B. There's 2 mistakes in this one. Do Julia like playing with his kite? Now, we're talking about Julia. Now, Julia is she. It's a girl. It's a woman. It's a female. So, it's a third person singular. So, we never going to use do. We're going to use does. Does Julia like playing with his? Now, Julia is a girl, we said, so it's never going to be his. We only use that word for boys. It's going to be her, okay? So, oops, all right. Her. I'm sorry, this is not very comfortable to write, but H-E-R, okay? And the last one with 3 mistakes is next week we will phone our grandma. Okay, very easy. You can see right off the back that we need a capital letter at the beginning of a sentence, so that N has to be capital. Next week we have talked about this in the previous videos. So when I am using the future, this is going to be will. Next week, we will phone our grandma. Now, it reads hour, but here we're talking about minutes, seconds, and hours because it has an H, and that is not correct, okay? So I have my 3 mistakes and everything is done now. So make sure that you make all the changes and let's move on to the next activity. Okay, The next one is really a story, and let's read the instructions. Find the spelling words. Find the spelling words in these sentences, underline them, and if they are misspelled, correct them. So if they're wrong, correct them, okay? Then draw a picture in your notebook to illustrate the story. The first sentence is done. It says, Cynthia and Louise are best friends. They agree on everything. So agree is one of our spelling words this week, and it's correct. So that's what you have to do. Identify the spelling words, underline them, check if they are correct or misspelled or wrong, and change it if it's wrong, okay? Let's read the story, okay? Cynthia and Louise are best friends. They agree on everything. Their favorite color is blue. They have their meals at the same time. They can talk on the phone for hours. They love flying their kites on windy days. Their favorite food is apple pie. And they both have a rabbit because they think their rabbits are super cute. Okay, so let's have a look at the last activities, the crossword puzzle, okay? Try to complete the crossword with words from the spelling word box. Now, there is a couple of words that are not in the word box, okay? So, but I think you can figure them out if you have all the other words, okay? So, as always, we have words across, where's my finger? Right here. Across and down, okay? And you need to look for the numbers, all right? You need to look for the numbers here. If it's across, we'll go that way, and if it's down, we'll go that way. Some of them have two numbers. This one will be 6 across, and that will be 6 down, okay? Is it 6 or 9? It's 9. All right. So let's have a look at the definitions. All right, so I'm going to start reading the across words and then the down words, okay? And most of them are super easy, okay? So number one is color of the sky. Now, what is the color of the sky? We know that one, okay? It's a 4-letter word across number 1, okay? Number 3, to put in your hands. Now, this one is one of those that is not in the box, so you will be able to figure it out. Number 5, apple and pumpkin are types of this. So you can make an apple and a pumpkin and also a chicken I said it before. Number 5, sorry, that was number 5. Let's have a look at number 3. Sorry, that was number 5. I said number 3 before. Let's have a look at number 6. Add an E to the word cut, and because the E will go on bother the U, it will not sound U. I mean, it will not sound as in cut. It will sound different. Okay, we talked about that. Number 9, across, unscrambled, EGEAR. So you can make up a word with those letters if you organize them different. And the same with number 10. MNIA. Look at those letters. What word has those letters and has 4 letters out of the word box of the spelling words this week? You can do that. Number 11, a clock tells you this. What does the clock tell you? What the weather is like? No. Think about it. It's one of those words. 12, again, organize those words and you will get a new word from the word box. Number 14, day before Saturday. What is the day before Saturday? Where you live. Now that's number 15. Where you live. Where do you live? And she, her bed. Okay, let's go to the words down. Okay, this one are downwards, so number 2. So all those words will be in this direction, down. Okay, not across. All these ones are words that you can find across. Okay, check the number. If you make one mistake, then it will be difficult to get all the other words right. So pay attention to the number of the word you're doing. Okay, now number 2, antonym for new, and it's not old because it's a 4-letter word. Okay, number 4, so antonym means the opposite of new, and it's not old. Number 4, my pool is than yours, so that's why I like to dive headfirst into my swimming pool, because it's than your swimming pool. Okay, number 5, you use this to call people. What do you use to call people? You call people on the Number 6, past tense of come. If you were listening, you know what word that is. Number 7, past tense of tell. If you don't remember, go back to the beginning of the video when I explain the meaning of all the words. You can find the answer there. 8, has a tail and flies in the sky. And I can tell you it's not a bird. It's kind of a toy. Okay, we talked about it and we even made a picture of it. Number 9, surprised. A word that means surprised. Okay, this is not in the word bank, but if you do all the other words, leave this one, number 9 and number 3 for the end. So when you have all the other words, it will be easier for you. Number 10, breakfast is one of these. Again, if you were listening, you know that breakfast and lunch and dinner have a common name. They're all, that starts with an M. Okay, I'll give you a clue there, a little hint. Number 13, remember the pictures at the beginning? A triangle is this. I made a triangle, I made a square, I made a circle, and I also made a diamond. And they are all of course you know. And number 16 is put your lunch on this. Where do you put your lunch? I explained it with the example of the coffee. But when you have to transport food and coffee and all that from the kitchen to the table, and you have many things, you use this thing. Okay, it's a 4-letter word, and the last letter is the Y. Okay, so good luck. And after you do all this, on this same document, you have the solutions. Okay, but don't cheat. Okay, so do it without looking at the solutions, and at the end when you finish everything, then you can check the solutions to see if everything is okay. So this will take you some time to do all this. Remember, look, cover, write, and check, and then write those words in your word wall at the end of your notebook. And also in the channel you have 3 books. They might be a little difficult for you and they're long, so you may want to listen to these stories. You may enjoy it, but you can read the story maybe in 2 days. Okay, so okay, have a good day, and pay attention to new updates. Okay, goodbye.